Good morning, Packers. I'm currently situated at Grandview Park, just above Concord. In the background, you can see the Mississippi flowing beautifully. You got barges, you got roads, you got the hum of vehicles, you got trucks, you got progress. I'm located here right now to help introduce the week and talk about then and now. Mr. Meyer and I are always trying to connect the world we live in today to the world of the past, and from that find meaning for us to help us make decisions that guide us and make less mistakes. Today, when I'm filming this, is election day, and you'll see pictures all around in this video, pictures of polling places, all right, where people are going to vote. There are a lot of people there, and there's a lot of people exercising their right to vote. And as they do that, we're looking to try to all make progress for our country. And as we vote every year, sometimes people vote more than other years, or vote more than one year than they do other times, vote for more things than they do than other times. We are constantly trying to have progress, and defining what that progress is a challenge. Now, the reason why I'm coming to you from the Mississippi, all right, looking down at Grandview Park, is because this week focuses on the removal of many American Indians from their land at the hands of Andrew Jackson, all right? And so as we learn about Andrew Jackson removing American Indians, so too have in the southeast of the United States, in Florida, in Georgia, and embark on the Trail of Tears, just a series of decisions that our government made to kind of take control, all in the name of progress. It's a challenging and delicate thing to talk about because, imagine if those places weren't a part of the United States today. It seems really strange to think about not having Florida or Georgia being a part of our country, and thinking about even this land right here, once occupied by the Kaposia Indians. Around the same time as the Trail of Tears, the Kaposia Indians also had signed a number of treaties that moved them further west and away from progress. Mr. Meyer and I have put on different pictures, painting, artistry, talking about trails west, talking about people moving from the eastern part of the United States to the western part. This week, you're going to see, we're going to look at election results and talk about the election and talk about what is the long-lasting impact of that. How do we understand it as Americans? What is the impact of it on ourselves, on other Americans, and on other people around the world that may or may not be Americans? And so this week, as we're looking at the past and the removal of American Indians, it's just one in the long line of people that the United States has encountered that we have influenced with positive or negative interests, but more or less kind of done at will with what we thought was right at the time. And so now, on today, as people are voting, the very future of our country is going to either go down a path that maybe repeats some of the instances and events from the past that are positive, or maybe look at and do some things that aren't so positive. But as we look at, we're going to be looking at thinking about, what would it be like to go west? What would we bring with us? What would the challenges we face be? As we go west, what are the things, like who was on that land already? I talked about the Kaposia Indians. We're also learning about the Choctaw, the Seminole, the Cherokee, many different American Indian tribes that had been removed forcibly or coerced or cheated or lied or mistreated, and how we looked at them and how we kind of did what we needed to do to get their land. Additionally, we're going to look at and reflect on the election, and we're going to talk about, like, what do we understand about the election? How do we view the candidates? How do we understand them and what they did, and view them as being like a positive force for change? And that lies like a real deep question, like, what exactly does it mean to get better? We talk about getting better all the time in school. Like, how do we do our assignments on time? How do we do our assignments on time and put in our answers stuff that's like deep rooted and full of growth, helping us reflect and become better citizens, students, and people? And so this week is a real intertwined piece of looking at, like, how do we understand the past, looking at Kaposia Indians, how we treated them, other American Indian tribes throughout the Southeast, How do we look at what we're voting for today? And how do those two things like repeat itself? That's kind of why we look at history. Is like, are we going to make the same mistakes we made before? When you look at an assignment and you turn it in late or don't do it right, what led to that? How did you manage to get to that point where you did the assignment wrong, and what can we learn from it after the fact? When we vote, how can we learn about who we vote for and what we value? And when we vote for certain people, what path does that bring us down? The people we vote for, are they people that build bridges? Are they people that separate and divide us? And how do we define what a bridge or division is? So these are all really tough questions, and we're looking to the past to see what did past presidents do in this week's upcoming lessons for history. What did past presidents do to bring our country together and also to separate us from other people? What have our current president done, and our maybe other people that we'll be electing at the local level, the state level, and also the federal level? What are they going to do to bring us closer together, make our country the best version of what we can be? So look forward to that. Let's go out there. As always, talk to Mr. Meyer and myself about questions you guys have regarding assignments, ideas, thoughts, all of those things. But let's make it a great and positive week and build off of all the different things that we've done. Thanks so much. Go Packers.